So a couple of lychee trees here that I got ready to go in the ground. And then I'll take you on a little tour here. As I say, it's extremely wet. So here we've got a fig tree growing. That's a butterfly bush, so it attracts a certain type of butterfly. Papayas or pawpaws, basil. And then we've got some native trees here, and we've got passion fruits. I don't know if you can see that passion fruit in there, but there's a passion fruit vine growing all through here. And then some more bananas. So we found here on our property that they grow best in pots. And more bananas there, lemongrass. We're fixing up these pineapples here. This lemon verbena is virtually overtaken the entranceway here to our garden. We've had, as I say, we've had a pretty rain. This is one of the rainiest times I've seen. More passion fruits growing. So we'll go through here. Actually, I think we'll go a different way around. We've got a lot of pumpkins growing through there. So there's a couple of random papayas that are growing there, and there's one of these little car. So this is around our pool here is where I keep a lot of our nursery plants. So there's some gardenia, some lychees, some avocados, and a whole lot more there. So a lot of stuff we've grown from seeds. I keep my pineapples that I've just started growing there. That's a little garden we're about to make, a flower garden. So this is our citrus grove here. We accidentally killed a lemon tree there by putting the pool water onto it. This is lemon myrtle, so one of the most powerful antiviral trees. It's a mandarin tree. And rosemary bush and another mandarin. You can see a lot of the fruits all growing nicely on that. There's a mulberry bush, some aloe vera, fig tree here, and a kumquat, some papayas growing above it. And then this is a legume that Corey plants called pigeon pea, and it provides nitrogen for the soil. Here's another one growing well. Native hibiscus. And here's another citrus. Forgot what that one is. I know this is a lemonade fruit, so it's a combination of like a lemon, but you can drink it, like have it by itself, and it tastes like a lemonade. And here's a pink grapefruit. So this is the first time it's fruiting. You can see some fruits there, and another one back there. And then our Kefir Lime, or Kefir Lime. And they have a kind of ridginess to them, and you can use the leaves in Thai cooking, and you can use the fruit in Thai cooking. So it's a nice Thai curry we had the other night. I think this is like some sort of native plum or something. We thought it was actually a normal plum, but they're very hard fruit. It's gotten very tall. Dragon fruit growing there. Fig. So we'll go to this part of the garden now. This blue top is like a weed that overtakes everything here. But it's not too harmful, but it grows like crazy. So it's funny, on our property it's either often like a drought and I spend all my time watering everything, or it's rained a lot and then I'm weeding. So over here, this is I'm not sure what it is, but we planted that. It's a native tree. So is this one, got from Land Care, an aloe vera garden. And papaya, some rosemary, Serenade Cherry, more aloe vera, and some more rosemary, pomegranate. And this is, we keep pineapples, so I find growing the pineapples in pots better as well. That's a two-headed pineapple there. Lychee, small one. And here's another citrus. What is it? It'll come to me in a minute. And this was peach. It is a peach. It just fruited. Really nice, actually, this one. Some pineapples growing down there. Some beautiful flowers, Grevillas. Oh, that's a kumquat, of course. We had a bit of a problem with some diseasing on the leaves. And fruit flies this year have been bad. And all the problems. So you can see here, it's still even, the ground is so wet, it's like puddles. There's another pineapple growing in there. And guava. Swing set. And now this mango is actually one of our favorite mangoes. So I put on all this netting that stops the birds from eating the mangoes. But you can see here how beautiful they're looking. Another one there. Another couple of weeks. There's about 10 on this tree. Here's another one. Hard to see with the netting. But yeah, it's doing really well. So we'll go and have a look over here. We have another mango tree, and that's our great lime tree that's in our veggie garden. So this one we planted here, and it was like so barren when we planted it. It's a native, and it's doing really well. The carob tree. This is a soursop, and it's fruiting for the first time this year, so you can see its fruit here. The soursop leaves are especially good for cancer. Yeah, we use mushroom compost, so got this delivered. There's papayas growing here. All through here, rosemary and lemongrass and dragon fruits, papayas, pomegranates. This is a mulberry, so it hasn't fruited yet. That's a really nice Serenade Cherry. We'll go down there in a sec. We'll just take you through the veggie garden. More dragon fruits, pomegranates. And this mango, which was actually here when we got here. It's got a lot of new growth on it. A native tree. So we have a whole bunch of, this is our veggie garden here. Been overtaken by pumpkins at the moment. This is moringa. And then ice cream bean tree, papaya. This lychee is growing really well. Lots of new growth there. This is pineapple sage. It's got a really nice flavor to it. Thyme. Regular sage. More thyme. Tomatoes. Chives. pumpkins. This is a longin. You can see the dragon fruit just going crazy there. So in here is another mango tree. You can see some mangoes there. Again, I netted it and I put a lot of my plants in pots in there, hidden away. There are some weeds growing there. It's pretty full on, but gives it a bit of protection. So you can see here there's just pumpkins kind of growing everywhere. There's one there. One there, another one over there. It's just kind of crazy. It's overtaken our veggie garden. So we're just been so busy with everything, and especially with the 2 kids and everything. We're just going to let it grow, and then we'll harvest the pumpkins. And I just don't want to wander through there at the moment because we have seen a couple of snakes lately. But yeah, our veggie garden's going really well. All right, so let's go wandering back out here. You can see when I've spent a lot of time mowing lately, by the way. We've got other herbs here as well, like basil and basil. More thyme, some eggplants, papayas. There's the perpetual spinach that's growing here as well that we have in, that's frogs in the background, or toads. So yeah, this is all edible spinach. There's an avocado tree I planted recently back there. And all these dragon fruits are starting to go really well on the fence. That's the back of our house there. A new water tank I put in recently. All right, so let's go wandering over here. This is called Mother of Herb. Very strong antiviral, antibacterial plant. So up here is just this area is still our property. You can see our big water tank up on the hill that we pump up to. There's the macadamia. A few native trees that we planted through here, another macadamia. There's a native. And then, yeah, so one day I was thinking if ever I did put in a hall, I'd put it in back here, but these are all dragon fruits. Yeah, and you can see they're all starting to flower, little bits coming off of them. Quite interesting in the way that they grow. Some of them, yeah, they were flowering a little while ago, so those are all little fruits. I mean, see more of that blue top weed. So yeah, I'm just letting it get overtaken by dragon fruits, and these are some native gardenias and things. So if I come into this part of my garden here, this is a star apple. I always get star fruit and star apples confused. This is the purple. I believe it's a purple star apple. So they got a quite a beautiful leaf. Yeah, it's a pretty leaf. And then some native trees through here. I only just mowed this, so I gotta mow it again. Pomegranate here. It's grapefruit. Another lemon myrtle. That's another soursop there. A native tree, I'm not sure. So this is started to fruit the first time ever. These are called black sapotes. So you can see the little fruits there. More down there. All through here. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they are. I've had them once or twice before. Yeah, look at the water. It's all bamboo. Serenade Cherry. Some ginger. This is a peach, tropical peach as well. Gardenia. I mean, Grevilla. That's what I'm thinking, but it's not flowering. This one is. Here we've got a another mulberry. I'll go down. It's right here. Yeah, it's beautiful. Golden Glory Grevilla, I believe. Could be a honey gem Grevilla. The rosemary's flowering. I do want to eventually make flower essences on the garden here, from the garden. And up here we've got some, what's that one? That'll come to me anyway. It's a native Australian fruiting tree. This is a jackfruit, so the fruits of this tend to be the biggest fruits in the world. And some different types of aloe growing underneath. Castor oil plants and salvias. So yeah, beautiful leaf, but the fruits are incredible. This one hasn't, I don't think it's fruited yet. And more lime trees here, guavas, another peach. And this is I believe it's a native tamarind. Again, we put that in when it was small. Lemongrass, another star apple, lemongrass, pink salvia. I just planted this lychee. I hope it's going to live. Another star apple, mugwort. So it's a good chop and drop, but it's also what's used in moxibustion. You can see the black mulberry here. It's got a few fruits on it. And back there's the palms that this area are named for. This area is named for, I should say. Another peach. So these are the palms. Just planted this Serenade Cherry here. And it's getting so overgrown. This is a white mulberry. So that's a black mulberry. And this one here is a white mulberry. This is one of the first trees we planted when we came here. This is another star apple. None of them are fruited yet, but we're looking forward to when they do. And more Grevillas. All the ones we planted as well. Golden Glory Grevilla up there. It's got quite a few flowers on it. And more bamboo that we put in. It was all very small. Now, I'm not 100% sure what kind of citrus this is. They're obviously quite big fruits. And it's doing really well. More citrus here. It's getting a little bit overgrown. And that's an Acerola Cherry, so that's just flowering. Again, we just got nice pretty flowers. Here's some more fruits from the back side of this. Got a lot of fruit on it. Interesting to see if it's an orange or a grapefruit. This one's got its first fruit on it too. Just a small citrus. So this is called we call this one a native garden. That's a native gardenia. Here I've been going to a local lady who has horse poo, and she's been really good about giving it to us for free. And again, our native garden there. I get all that kind of stuff and mulch it up. It's our second native garden. And my friend Paul delivers us piles of mulch, which has been really useful. I'll have a look through here. Again, lots of work to be done here, especially when it's mostly me at the moment. Corey's been looking after Ephraim and Ellie, and I have too. That's another peach, another soursop, Grevilla with a bird. Guava. So I think that's I think it's an Indian guava, that one. And there's a feijoa, which is grown a lot in New Zealand. And there's a macadamia nut tree back there. This is called a wampy. Again, we put this in quite small. Fruited for the first time last year. Really nice fruits, actually. Some ginger. This is another type of guava. So I think it's a strawberry guava, this one. They're small, but really, really tasty. And another Indian guava. It's just finished flowering. Yeah, because some guavas are growing. They're quite cute. And another Grevilla. Beautiful flowers. Coffee bush. Some more citrus up here. They've again got that disease. It doesn't hurt them, but so I need to mulch all through here. I mean, get rid of all this grass. There's a nice grummy chama around here that fruited for its first time, and it was the first time I tasted grummy chamas. And it was great. Really nice, like really nice grape or something. This is a big peach tree here, bordering a mulberry. This one fruited a lot just now, a few months ago. Jackfruit that I showed you before. Let's come down here now. Rosemary. It's our big carob bush, carob tree. Hasn't produced any carob beans yet, but I'm sure it will. Nice banksia. These are native frangipanis, and they produce a nice flower. It smells good. Small guava, another mulberry, a beautiful Grevilla. Nice mango tree here. It's growing slowly but surely. Another mango. You can see a lot of these little trenches that we dug are still got water in them. Another mango here, the new growth. This is a pretty Grevilla. Up here, that's another soursop right there in front of us, and a mulberry. Another guava. So yeah, that soursop's quite big actually. And I forgot what that is. Yeah, you can see that water just coming down these water pathways. Got like some hoop pine over here and another native pine. I've forgotten what kind it is. Here we planted these. I think bunya nut. One of them might be a bunya nut tree as well. It's kind of the edge of our, not the edge of our property, but the edge of our growing area. Oh, this is the famous rat's tail grass that I spend my life battling. It's got a seed head. It's an invasive species, so I'll have to get rid of that later. Seed head with like 1,000 seeds on it. So yeah, this is... Let's continue. What's the view from there? More of it. Often what I do is I cut the seed heads off, put them in a bag, and then dig the plant out and burn it. Another task. There's quite a lot to keep me busy here, actually. This is only part of it. Small part, actually. I just want to take you down here. So we're just planting natives on these mounds, so we have these areas that catch the water, and then some native trees start to give shade and, you know, mix with the mangoes. Guava here. So that's that view. Yeah, as I say, lots of weeds because of the rain. So just navigate our way through here. So this morning I had to come down and pull our pump out of the dam, because we had literally, like, I don't know exactly because how much rain we got in the last 2 days, because it overflowed my rain gauge last night. But this was like a river coming down through here this morning. We cleared a lot of this when we first moved here. It used to have a lot of ground lantana. Well, not ground lantana, but actual lantana. And since we cleared it all, we made these paths. I still have to clear them up a bit through the bush. We border a national park at the back here. But yeah, we had koalas back here, and, you know, lots of... It's brought back... The lantana really suppresses the wildlife, basically. So... Yeah, this is our dam now. This is the fullest I've ever seen it, actually. I'll show you. I had to pull that pump out of the water. You can still see it's just, there's like a river kind of coming into it. I have to be careful not to slip here. Yeah, so this is as full as it'll ever get because it's actually overflowing on the other side. Yeah, it's very muddy. So yeah, that was... I hope my pump's going to be okay. I checked it last night. I thought, oh, it should be right. We'd have to get 100 or 200 mils of rain before it got... But of course we did. I think we got way more than that. Like one area near here got 678 mils of rain the last 2 days. So, and it was just close. It just like that cyclone Seth, which is like cyclone's the same as a hurricane, just lingered around here. So yeah, I've never seen my dam this full. So we'll continue through here. We often get the big goannas through here. Yeah, so the dam it's on actually overflowing. Like a river. So a lot of Gympie is flooding at the moment. They just sent us a text message to say, you know, best not to come out. So yeah, I've never seen this actually running like this before. Kind of, water can be so valuable, and then when it comes in such huge quantities, you kind of like don't know what to do with it. Normally we would channel this somewhere, So I'm going to cut through here. Heard this tree fall down the other day. So this is the Lantana that's overtaken Australia. And, I got to go through and clear it all again. A major invasive species. It's very prickly. So yeah, I heard this tree came down with a thud the other day. Went right across our fire trail, of course. So I'll show you some of our other gardens too. I'm just setting up one called the New Forest Garden. And then I'll get into our more established gardens on the other side. So just bear with me through here. Let me know if you spot any wildlife that I haven't seen. Oh, I should talk about wildlife. There's a spider right there. Almost walked into his web. Let's go around. This is kind of cutting across here. I have made some paths, but I'm just going to cut through the forest a bit. And we're coming now into this area I call the New Forest Garden. So it was getting overrun by another invasive species of some sort of vine, cat's claw vine, I believe. Which could be that. Anyway, had a bunch of other rat's tail grass and everything. So what I did is I sort of cleared it, and then I saw this ground lantana too, which is here. It's another invasive. So I cleared it, and then in this little area here I planted some natives like macadamia nuts and banksias. And they're growing pretty well. There's another mac nut back there. I plan to clear some of that as well, plant trees there. Here's the banksia I put in. What I've been doing here, this is where I planted a lot of trees. I've been getting cardboard like from my couple local shops, Auto Mechanic or Auto Parts Place and Harvey Norman and a couple other places. And then I cover it in mulch. So I create a sort of weed carpet. I'm going to be planting in there. That's a mango that I put in. Another lychee here. So this is what it looks like after I cover it in mulch. I'll show you the mulch pile in a minute that I draw from. But it looks really pretty, and then it suppresses all the weeds. So that's my big project I've been working on. Getting all this cardboard, which is quite a lot. So here we have a lychee. Yellow cherry guava. Serenade Cherry, citrus, Serenade Cherry, mango, and down in here we have some more star fruit. I didn't show you the actual. No, these are star apples. I didn't show you the star fruit up the top. I must have missed showing you that. But anyway, a lychee, and then this area I just dug these little, because the dam was overflowing, which I'll show you in a second, our other dam. So lychees here, another lychee there. So I've been mowing this area and digging these irrigation trenches to get the water when the dam overflows to the fruit trees. So I've never seen it before the dams have been overflowing. So a bunch of lychees basically back here. And the forest garden gives the area a lot of shade too. That's a persimmon right there. You can mistake persimmons for dying actually sometimes because they'll lose all their leaves, but they're a nice fruit. So I'm looking forward to that one growing. So lychees, more lychees. These are all obviously just been put in the last year or so, so they're not fruiting yet. But I will show you some that are in a minute. Guava, another lychee at the back there. So let's head up here now. That's actually there's a lychee. And then this is a Sappadillo, one of my favorite fruits. They call it brown sugar fruit. So it's doing well with all that rain. So there was water just gushing down here earlier today like a river. There's the nectarine. We'll go and have a look at the dam. Another lychee here. And as I say, got some avocados. These are port wine magnolias, one of the prettiest flowers. One of the most beautiful smelling flowers, I should say. Nectarine. And yeah, I haven't seen this dam this full. We're going to have a closer look at that. So this is all weeds I got to clear out in my spare time. I'm not looking after kids or running a business, teaching, helping students. Serenade Cherry. Yeah, so this is another angle of the garden. It does get hot here too. So there's, oops, gotta be careful, there's a wire cage there. That's a Sappadillo there. So you can imagine what it's gonna look like once I'm finished with all this mulching. And on the edge here, more Serenade cherries, which are really rich in vitamin C and citrus. This is what this ground lantana looks like that I've been dealing with. It's pretty full on, just overtakes an area. So the fire warden told me, we're gonna have to poison it all and all that, but I decided and said, well, let's just create a garden. Mango here. I've dug more holes ready to plant. Small, with all this rain, should be good. Port wine magnolia. Avocado over there. So as I said, let's have another look at this dam. Oh, this is a Banksia put in. Yeah, wow. So that's the overflow there, that's what it was. So 2 dams completely full. That's how much rain we got. It's quite incredible, really. So this garden's, like I say, very much in its early stages. But yeah, a couple of years should be good. So this is now some sort of mulch the front entrance to this garden. Again, more mushroom compost there. And this is our mounds area where we had massive pile when we bought the place of stuff that was like trees and everything, and then we burned it and made these mounds, but you can hardly see them now, they're so overgrown. That's the flowers of the ground lantana. Those purple ones become a major pest here, just overtaking everything. So yeah, the good thing is there's nice grass there, but this has just become full on. But each of these, so there's mounds, and then we've got entranceways. I never got a chance to cardboard this one, but these are all, there's a bunch of fruit trees in there with some native trees as well. This is like a velvet acacia. It's a really soft and beautiful feeling leaves. So one day I'll just have to get my weed whacker working again. I've just got a shoulder strap on order, and then I'll weed whack all of this blue top. But yeah, we're wanting to get a canopy up here so that the different fruit trees that are in here can survive and do well. You can see, we've got nice zinnias growing in here. Big mulberry. This is a mango. And there's a nice lychee over here. Another one over here. I'm not going to go through there in case there's snakes, but nice zinnias. Another soursop there. Some of these, again, we planted all of these. Behind that is looks like an ice cream bean tree. So anyway, like I said, I did a bunch of work. You can see where I did the work on the mounds. It's mostly held out against the weed invasion, although that's a weed. And yeah, but mostly where I cardboarded and put the mulch down, it's held out pretty well. This is another acacia that we planted. So we'll go up here to our more established area. So again, there's jacarandas. Should put in all sorts of stuff. I'll give another tour. That's another wampy right there. Beautiful fruit. In the dry season, it's a different story entirely. So again, more mulch that my friend Paul dropped off. Just channeling that water to go in under here. Areas like with this mango, another soursop, a bunch of papayas back there. And we put all these in, so some of them are getting pretty big. Another soursop there. Some zinnias. Another mango. Net around, but this one's only got one mango, but it looks pretty. Looks like it's going to be a good one. So this is our more established garden. And you got the star apples. This lychee's growing really well. This one's fruited this year. You can see, again, I'm keeping that over there for fruit fly. And they're a beautiful lychee. Really sweet. So, I'll show you the inside of it. So that's what they look like when you peel them. And they're a really sweet and nice tasting fruit. Here's another one growing away. Nice golden Grevilla mangoes. A couple mangoes on that one. I know there's more. There's a few more hidden away. I always forget what the name of this one is. Beautiful growth on the lychee. Fantastic tasting. So So this is our neighbor over here, or one of them. But I've just been planting this area here as well, putting some more lychees in, mangoes and Serenade cherries. This is a guava. That jacaranda just this year has gone from about that high to that high. So shows you what a wet, rainy year can be. Now I covered this mango because it did have some, but I think they all must have fallen off, so I have to take that cage off. And this lychee was doing well, but got a bit of fruit fly on it. So, and then you got the pink champagne callistemons. Another lychee there. One problem with putting these netting on is the trees will grow through them. Banksia. Feijoa. Is it a feijoa? Some citrus over here. It's another Banksia. They're actually a really pretty flower. These are the seed cases after they've flowered. Pretty amazing. This was all cleared basically when we bought the place, so now it's becoming a food forest and a flower forest. So I've just been working on this area. This is a nice big lemon myrtle. So again, fantastic antiviral. That's a really nice tasting nectarine. Peach there. Just put that, oh, that's going to be right, citrus. Another avocado from seed. That might not be one from seed, I've forgotten. Serenade Cherry. Sappadillo. So I put all this mulch down recently, but mostly I mulched this area. This was all cleared before. Nice mangoes, got new growth on it. It's just all come up since I've seen it last. This is a neem tree. And neem, of course, is a great antiviral. Studies in India have shown that neem can be actually quite effective against COVID. Some really interesting stuff about that. So you can, it's very bitter, it tastes terrible. But you can basically just take one leaf, smaller leaf, eat it every day, and it gives you a lot of protection. This is another peach tree. So yeah, this cell is all overgrown with weeds, so I put cardboard down, mulch on top. It's quite a big job, but keeps you fit. Cucumber vine or something growing through there. Put that in. I think that is another port wine magnolia. So this is our property here. Just past there is where our property ends on that side. Kind of like an overgrown area. I might put another house in there or something one day. I don't know. We'll see. So I think that's another tamarind there behind the peach. And sometimes the natives, this is another native we got from Land Care. These are really interesting, beautiful flowers on this native. Corey gets the seeds and puts them around. Another fig tree. So longan. Some of the longans have been fruiting. I'm not sure if the fruits have survived the birds because they fruit at the very top. Another fig. Let me just go through here. Just put this lychee in a few weeks ago. Seems to be adapting pretty well. And what are those called? And then another Sappadillo. Starting to rain a little bit again. Coffee bush. Comes up in these nice red berries. It actually tastes really good. And bamboo here. And I put this lychee in as well. Serenade Cherry. This longan. This is fruiting too. Actually, yeah, you can see some of the fruits there. They're like a lychee, mulberry. Yeah, it's beautiful bamboo. There's a long one. Actually, this one's got more fruit on it. Oh, head through here. It's a Serenade Cherry, or Brazilian cherry, some people call them. Feijoa. It's doing really well. It's a bit less fertile of an area of our garden, and we've got that ground lantana. This lychee I grew from seed, so it hasn't fruited yet, but it's getting quite big. Look at the beautiful flower on that ginger. Incredible. Oh, this is a, what is it? Chestnut. Type of chestnut. Guava. Serenade Cherry. Another guava. Another Serenade Cherry there. Crotalaria, I believe. The guava. This is a native lime. Another lychee I put in. Big mango. Water tank. Yeah, this one's flowering. So this is the native Australian one. Oh, my memory is going. Bit sour. Another lychee tree here with a few fruit. That's the banana that we're drawing a lot of our bananas from. It's got a few little young ones. All right, I guess I better get up the house if it's raining. I've pretty much covered everything. It's a sea grape. Okay. Yes, I'm doing the same here. More cardboard, and going to mulch that as well. Just to get rid of that ground lantana. We have a few like mulberries and stuff growing in here. And I've used a lot of the cut down logs to create garden edges. There's some dragon fruits. And we've got our water tanks back there. This is coming into the back of the citrus grove. Time to head in.